I'm speaking with the Lloydminster Assistant Fire Chief Bill Heesing. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good.
Awesome, awesome.
Now, of course, with the holidays coming up here and with COVID-19, a lot more families and friends will be staying inside. Can you give some good safety tips for residents staying home?
Okay, yeah, for sure. Christmas, again, with the COVID precautions and guidelines, is going to be a little bit different for families this year, but a lot of the same risks still exist in the home. People still want to do the best they can with, you know, whether it's cooking or whether enjoying the tree. They still want to enjoy Christmas as the best way they can. So, again, we can offer some of the safety tips around this time of the year. So the one is the Christmas trees, right? That's the main thing. People like to enjoy that. Whether you use a live tree or a fake tree, plastic tree, it's good to know that when you put the lights on the tree, that the three series of lights, and make sure the lights are compatible. Make sure you're plugging them into a CSA approved power bar, that if something does go wrong, it'll trip out on you and be a safety aspect for that. If you have a live tree in your house, make sure you water it daily. It takes a little bit of water to keep those things alive and to enjoy them. A dried out tree can turn a fire in a room very quickly. It'll engulf a room in less than a minute. And there's lots of videos on that where you can Google Christmas fire trees, and the results are very devastating to see that. So it's key if you want to enjoy that live tree, but make sure you keep it watered. Make sure you enjoy it the best way you can to have a safe holiday season. But some of the other things are in the kitchen. People like to do their cooking and do their baking during the Christmas season. The main thing there is having what we call a kid-free zone around the stove. So for about 3 feet, the little people like to reach up and grab, open the stove to see the cookies that are cooking, or grab the pots off the stove. So making sure you're keeping your little ones away from the stove, keeping it safe in your kitchen. Some people cook with, oil and grease this time of the year, whether they're deep frying or whatever it is. And oil and grease fires are the leading cause of kitchen fires. And some of those reasons is when the grease does catch fire. And we did a little demo during Fire Prevention Week. The results, again, can be very devastating. If you throw a glass of water in a pan of grease that's on fire, the fire will spread very, very quickly. So again, smother it with a lid, a wet towel, a dish towel, turn the heat off, turn the power off, unplug it, whatever you can do to minimize it. But again, I want to emphasize, do not throw water on a grease fire. It'll be very damaging.
And when someone finds themselves in a tough situation, like in a fire, unfortunately, can you expand more on what they can do to get out safely from their home?
Yeah, absolutely. Practice your escape plan. Know where your meeting points are. Do not go back in. So if you leave your home, if your fire alarms are going off and you encounter smoke, or you see fire, get out, stay out, go to the neighbors. If you have little ones, make sure they know where the meeting place is, whether it's the tree in the backyard or the neighbor's garage, whatever it might be. But once you're out, stay out. Have the fire department, they're responding. They will do their job, making sure that you're safe. I want to emphasize, please call 911. That way the call gets processed a lot quicker through the 911 center in Lloydminster, out through us. We can have the agencies responding, fire, police, ambulance, whatever it needs to be to make sure our residents are safe. So again, I want to emphasize to please call 911 when these things do happen. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today, Bill.
Oh, thank you for having us. And again, from the Lloydminster Fire Department to our residents and the people we serve, proud to serve the community, and a very Merry Christmas and a safe holiday season, and all the best for 2021.